Hi, how y'all doing? It's Obeezy, the Beast, here reporting or reacting to a news article that I just saw. They got new protection laws that gonna go into effect in Atlanta, pretty much Georgia, to protect police officers now. I don't know why would police officers need more laws when you can even they're pretty much invincible. Right now, as it is right now, they're pretty much invincible when it comes to legislation or rein into their overzealous use of weapon killing. And I don't like they put the guys carte blanche to do anything they want right now. But not according to Atlanta. They want more protection for their police officers. And I should remind you that Barack Obama, the last president, set that precedent when he created the Blue Lives Matter legislation to protect police officers back in, during his terms as president. But anyway, let's go into this video right quick, provided by Storm Mode Channel 46 and CBS 46. All right, let's just see what they're talking about right quick. Watch this video.
The start of the new year also means the start of new laws. One of those.
The start of the new attorneys at law are proud sponsors of CBS 46 Cares Books to Kids.
Year also means the start of new laws. One of those includes a new law which aims at giving officers more rights and protects them from community harassment. Our Beth Yates has details.
The law creates a new crime defined as the Bias-Motivated Police Intimidation Act, and those who break it can serve up to 5 years in jail or be fined up to $5,000.
We're finding more people challenging us now than they ever have before.
This interview with Vince Champion from the International Brotherhood of Police Officers was conducted back in June. At the time, protests about police brutality were at an all-time high. Back then, Champion told us officers felt unsupported.
We understand and what we sign up for when we sign up to be a cop. We understand that it's not a pretty job. We understand we could get hurt or even killed. We understand that we could be in a lawsuit. What we don't understand and what we don't accept is that the DA and everybody to come actually looking for us.
But as of January 1st, officers have additional protection in a new law called Bias-Motivated Intimidation of First Responders and Protection Act. The legislation states a person will serve 1 to 5 years in prison if found guilty of maliciously harassing a first responder, causing bodily harm, death, or damage to property. But activists like Atlanta City Commissioner Antonio Brown says it isn't the officers who need protection, and he points to the countless unarmed minorities killed at the hands of police officers as evidence.
It's extremely unfortunate because people have lost their lives and become martyrs in the face of change in our city, state, and country. And this is a complete disrespect to their families.
Brown adds the new police protection law does more harm than good because it makes it harder to hold officers who commit crimes accountable.
I believe these new protections Governor Kemp signed into law are reactive and a complete slap in the face of all the community organizers, activists, and local municipalities that have worked tirelessly, not just during the unrest we've seen over the last year, but over the last decade to bridge the divide between police and community.
The new law also allows officers to bring civil suits against any person or group that violates their officer civil rights. Beth Yates, CBS 46 News.
Interesting, very interesting. All right, let's get back to the article. And I'll be able to make some commentary while I read this right quick. It's pretty much the same thing, but we will be able to focus in some key points on what they were saying, and I just point out some commentary while I'm reading. The start of the new year means new laws take effect, including on one that aim to give officers more right and protect them from community harassment. Okay, so they have more rights. Officers are going to have more rights to protect them from community harassment. But is there any law to protect any community from police harassment? Not that I know of. Shoot, they got laws on the book already that persuade police to arrest civilians. But now you can't even talk to police. Just understand that if you see a police officer doing something wrong, or if you want to question them or on why are they stopping you, why they want to search you, or why they doing anything, they could simply say, "Oh, this is harassment." You know, pretty much probably videotape them would be a harassment. Let's keep reading. We're finding more people challenging us now than they ever had before, said Vince, champion from the International Brotherhood of Police Officers in an interview conducted back in June. Make you wonder, why are people more challenging the police now than ever before? Or do you think that the civilian, the people that pay your taxes, are getting a little bit too arrogant? Or is it because that they are more, they are questioning the police questionable behavior from the last few years more than ever? Because now, compared to the past, there are more video cameras. They are being caught red-handed, brutalizing, killing, and abusing their power when it comes to doing that job. Is that a reason? Or is it just because, oh man, citizens are now so arrogant, they don't want to listen, they are headstrong, and I don't know. Is this man Vince Champion insinuating that the citizens have more power than they should have? You know, like, are they too free? Or I don't know. Or is he asking that, like, is he saying, implying that he think that people, citizens, are roaming around too free and becoming too questionable when it comes to police? You know, they're not allowed to do that, and they're doing it too much now. Let's keep on reading. At the time, protests against police brutality were at an all-time high. Back then, Champion told CBS 46 officers felt unsupported. Maybe if they do their job better, they probably get more support. But when it comes to the government, I think y'all got too much support. That's me as a civilian. That's my opinion. I think y'all got too much support. This law is a proof that you got too much power, too much support. Too much is going on right here. I understand what we sign up for when we sign to become cops. We understand it's not a pretty job. We understand that we could get hurt or even killed. We understand we could be in lawsuit based on just what we do for a job. But what we don't understand and don't accept is that the DA and everyone else to come actually looking for us. He don't accept that the DA and everyone else, who's everyone else? The citizen that hire you, the citizen that pay your taxes, the citizen that you're supposed to be protecting, and the DA that the citizen uh, pretty much put in office to enact justice on their behalf. Are they not supposed to be able to question the authorities of which that some officers behave? That's very interesting. Very interesting. But as of January 1st, officers have additional protection in a new law called Bias Motivated Intimidation or First Responder Prosecution Act. The legislation say a person could serve 1 to 5 years in prison if found guilty of malicious arresting a first responder, causing bodily harm, death, or damage to property. Activists like City Council member Antonio Brown say it isn't the officers who are in need of protection. He pointed to the countless deaths of unarmed minorities as evidence. Yeah, I agree with City Councilman Antonio Brown. I don't think the officers are the ones that are in fear for their life. The reason police officers are getting this type of reaction from the public that they're supposed to be protecting is because they're not doing that much of a protection against the public, against the citizen. I mean, like, if you are Caucasian, if you from the European, if you got the complexion for the protection, of course, you love this. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. But if you are of so-called minority, which I don't like the word minority, or black, if you're from the black community, I'll speak on the black community because I am black. So, yeah, if you are from the black community, we don't see them like that. We see them as terrorists. We see them as those people that murder, that kill, that get away with murder, killing, and abuse against us, without any repercussion. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. No, you don't need no more protection. That is absurd. People have lost their life and become martyrs in the face of change in our cities, state, and country, and this is a complete disrespect to those individuals and family, added Councilman Brown. Brown said the new police protection law does more harm than good because it could make it harder to hold officers who commit crimes accountable, which is true. Man, come on, you make it harder. Can you make it any harder than prosecuting a police? I'm like, man, come on. Can you kill somebody in their own home while they were sleeping and barging into their own home and shoot up the whole apartment, over 37 bullets, and get charged with hitting a wall instead of the murder of Breonna Taylor? Oh, because they're, Caucasian, none. On the other room that could have been killed, wanting endangerment, right? Can you be any more protected than a police officer? Who are they being protected against? Who they need protection against? Because they treat everybody pretty much like, well, not everybody, of course. They treat black people pretty much like slaves. Pretty much, you can't even say nothing to them. You can't do nothing to them. I mean, like, they pretty much got carte blanche, just like in the old days, back in slavery, where they could do whatever they want to you. whenever they want it, just so they can make you do exactly what they want you to do. Slave catchers, overseers, which is their origin. That's how they treat people. But this is crazy, man. The new law also allows officers to bring a civil lawsuit against any person or group for abridgment of the officer's civil right. That's one thing I'm going to do. I want to know what is that officer's civil right. I need to know that. I need to do a research on this. They can bring lawsuit. Officers can bring lawsuit. And you know what? As I know, laws supposed to work is it's supposed to flow both way. If it could go left, it should be able to go right. So if they can file lawsuit against individuals and person and groups, can individual, person, and group file lawsuit against them? That's what I need to know too. That's what I'm gonna try to find out. But anyway, this is crazy. And I imagine this getting even worse as time goes on. But my name is Obeezy the Beast, and I was just reporting, and this is my reaction and commentary on the new police laws that's going on. So please subscribe, and things are gonna get better. I'm just getting started. Okay, please subscribe and give me a like or down or dislike, and comment beneath underneath, what I'm saying, to see if I can if there's anything that I need to improve on or anything like that. But I'm gonna give my thought, I'm gonna have more video coming up. Okay, so thank you, whoever's listening. Peace.